Here you can see that now we have done with the installation process of Workstation 15.0 Pro. Right now here you can see that we are working with the evaluation version. So after the end of evaluation period, we will definitely need the license key to further utilize this product. Right now in front of you we have a number of options available related to the virtual machine deployment. Here you can see that create a virtual machine, and we are going with this simple option. Here you can see that we have two options related to the virtual machine deployment. So we will not go with the typical option, because this option will follow simple steps with the next button, while we are going with the custom or advanced option. And let's get started with this option. We just click on the next button. Here you can see that hardware compatibility, it's definitely Workstation 15.x. It's now um, providing information me about the limitations of this application. Here you can see that it's clearly mentioned that it's limited to the 64 GB of the memory, 16 processors, 10 network adapters, and 8 TB of the disk size, or 3 GB shared graphics memory. So these are the limitations. As you know that it's a desktop virtualization platform, and most of the time it's utilized for the purpose of demo or testing lab environment. So that's why it has its own limitation. So let's click on the next button. Here you can see that now it's asking me about guest operating system installation, which operating system you want to installed on your virtual machine, which going to be created within few minutes. So here I can browse for iOS operating system which we want to install. Here you can see that we have number of ISO images available over here, and we are going to install the Microsoft Server 2016. So I just select the ISO and click open. Okay, or I also select I will install the operating system later option if I don't want to install right now. Here you can see that asking me about the operating system license key. So I don't go for it, and I also install the evaluation version for Server 2016, and I'm just going to put the password for operating system installation here. I just need to implement the password and click on the next option, or if I can also utilize a logon automatically option. And now it's asking me that you did not enter a Windows product key. Windows will install without one, but must be manually activated later. So I just click on the yes button. Okay, right now it's asking me about the virtual machine name, which must be identical. So I just click on the name option, and Windows Server 2016 I just clicked with DC, which mentioning that it's my domain controller. Here now I can save the virtual machine, and I will select the location where I want to store my virtual machine. So I select the D partition, and on the D partition I select Win Server 2016 VM. Okay, so I go with this option, select the OK. Right now here you can see that I'm going to store this virtual machine on my D partition in this specific folder. I just click on the next button. Here you can see that now it's asking me about the firmware type. So you know that BIOS is the legacy which is available for all older operating systems or all older BIOS versions, while UEFI is the advanced BIOS version. So it's up to you which kind of BIOS is supported by your desktop machine or your laptop or server machine. So as per your own requirement, you have to select this option. I will go with the BIOS option because it's supported with all the legacy operating systems. So I just click the next button here. Now it's asking me about number of processors which I'm going to assign to this virtual machine. So I select the number of processors 2, and number of cores per processor, it will be selected by 2 for best performance optimization. So I just click on the next button here. Now it's asking me about the memory, so I just select 8 GB for better performance. I can also select 4 GB or 2 GB. Now it's asking me about what kind of connection I'm going to create to connect this virtual machine with my physical infrastructure. So right now I'm using this use host only networking, because right now I'm going to tell this virtual machine that you just have the permission to connect my physical server. And after creating this machine, we will definitely discuss all these options in detail. So use host only networking and click on the next button. Here you can see that IO controller option, which is about the storage media, and is it's right now is LSI Logic SAS drive recommended, which is compatible with all versions. And the supported controller is SCSI, is small computer system interface. So I just click on the next button. Here you can see that virtual disk type. So I will select the virtual disk type SCSI SCSI for better performance, and supported version right now with my hardware. Here you can see that create a new virtual disk. So definitely I don't have previous ones, so I will go with the create a new virtual disk. And here now I'm going to describe the size of the virtual disk. So I just select the 40 GB of size right now, and click on the next button here, and click simply next, and next. And just here you can see that power on virtual machine. After creation, I just unselect this option and click on the finish button to complete this process. Here you can see that my virtual machine is created, and now we are going to install operating system on this newly created virtual machine.